All right, tonight we have Judy Lopez, who I just absolutely adore. Judy. She's one of the most dearest sales coordinators we have on our team. She's a cheerleader for our team. She organizes so many things in the background. You guys have no idea. And she's the one that typically is what makes our customer care group run so efficiently. And she's got great ideas, whether it's salad jar parties to you name it, great posts. She does awesome, cute flyers and organizes things like that. So, Judy, you were just so precious to me. Oh. And I so appreciate everything you do. But you guys, I don't know if you know this about Judy, but I have seen her grow so much since when she first started with Juice Plus. She used to be super, super shy, afraid to talk to people at all, let alone in a big group. And then she kind of grew into it and then became a Toastmasters expert. And are you the president now, or you're past president of Toastmasters?
Actually, I'm not in a club right now, but I was a Toastmaster for a very long time. Yes.
Yeah. And now she's an amazing speaker as well. And so tonight we just want to do a little bit of a training, because whether you are talking to somebody one-on-one, or you're doing a Zoom call with somebody, or you get to talk in front of a large group of people, and we will get back to that when we can do lunch and learns and wellness presentations and all kinds of fun things. And this is a skill I think that you will glean so many amazing tips from Judy. And so, Judy, I'm just going to turn it over to you.
Thank you, Reagan. Wow, that was awesome introduction. I see a lot of Toastmasters on here. I see Kristen, I see Susan. When I'm finished with my little presentation, I'd like to, if you're willing, to give your, what you like the best about Toastmasters, if you will. I would love that. I'm going to share my screen. And let's get to the PowerPoint. Can you see that? Can you see my PowerPoint?
No.
Okay, let's see. All right, technical difficulties. Where are we? There. Share. Oh boy. Well, this is what happens with Toastmasters, right? You learn to just roll with it. So I'm going to try one more time. And that will be my PowerPoint. I must have closed it. Now I'm on the internet. Yeah. Okay, I'm just going to roll with this. Can you still see me okay? Okay.
Yes, we can.
Right. So if I were to describe Toastmasters in 3 words, it would be confidence, encouragement, and friendship for sure. I first heard about Toastmasters at conference from Sean Myers, who said from the front of the room, if you have a fear of public speaking, then go to Toastmasters. Jennifer, his wife, had a horrible fear of public speaking, and that's what she did. She went to Toastmasters. A little bit of trivia about Toastmasters Club. It was founded in 1924 by Ralph P. Smedley. It was originally a set of classes at the YMCA on improving communication skills. It was exclusively for men. The first woman in Toastmasters was Helen Blanchard, and she was admitted to the clubs in 1970 under an assumed name. She had to use a man's name now because it was exclusively for men. So she enrolled under the name of Homer Blanchard. She really blazed the trail for women in Toastmasters. And in 1973, they began admitting women to Toastmasters. So contrary to popular belief, Toastmasters is not about making toast. It is about learning different communication skills. And darn, I sure wish I had my screen for this. Darn it, darn it.
Try it one more time, Judy. Try Zoom.
Okay, yeah, because all of my little notes are on there. Okay.
Well, in worst case scenario, we can send out the slides after if we need to, but let's try again one more time to share your screen.
Okay. Let me find this.
Sometimes I think ever since the whole world is on Zoom, it's giving us trouble.
Maybe that's why, right?
So you should just be able to share your screen and then it should take over. And you know what I'm going to do? Let's see here.
There we can see it, Judy. I see your screen.
There you go.
Can you see?
We can see it.
Yep.
Can you see it now?
Yep,
Yes.
perfect.
Yeah, we can, Judy. It's up there.
All right.
Yay.
All right, good. Oh, yay, that's so much better. So contrary to popular belief, Toastmasters toast on a popular term that referred to a person who gave toast at. The mission of Toastmasters Club is to supportive and positive learning environment in which every individual member opportunity to develop oral communication and leadership skills with confidence and personal growth. There are officers at the district levels, but each club also has officer roles, and they're pretty self-explanatory. I would really like to point out, though, the Sergeant at Arms. This is one that I didn't get to be, was a Sergeant at Arms. We had a very small club, so I do feel fortunate that I was most of these roles. It was very, very fun. The Sergeant at Arms is responsible for the club property, like the flag, the meeting room, prep, and hospitality. And as a club, attend biannual meetings or trainings. And I really like these trainings because you got to learn from seasoned Toastmasters during different breakout sessions. So what is in it for you? If you invest in yourself and decide to become a Toastmaster, will improve grammar and vocabulary, exercise time management, great listener, lead by example, give better presentations, be a better mentor, learn to think quickly on your feet, and learn to give specific, positive, and helpful feedback. Look like. Members sign up for roles in advance. He's really the host of the speakers. The speakers prepare and deliver planned speeches. And this is where you really your feet. Speech evaluators evaluate and they give you feedback on your own strengths. And you know, also that was the hardest for me, was finding something that people could improve on. Evaluator evaluates the meeting in general. And with these evaluator roles, this is where you skills. The grammarian. Of grammar. So and also at the beginning of the meeting, the grammarian announces a word of the day. Track of how many times you use that word during the meeting. It really improves your vocabulary. The counter keeps track of those filler words like and I heard myself say it a few times. That's one thing, once you become aware of it, you hear yourself. The timer keeps track of the time used while speaking. And at the end of each meeting, the grammarian, the counter, and the timer report what they heard. And this really, really helps your time management and skills and listening skills. Speech contests. What can I say about speech contests? They were so fun. If you participate in a speech contest, you get to either speak if you like, compete, or just practice. You get to practice what you've learned at the club level. And just being in the audience, I suggest if you ever get a chance to visit a Toastmaster speech contest, I suggest you do it because it's so much fun and you'll hear inspirational speeches, humorous speeches, speeches about family history. Who doesn't like a good story? Some of the speeches I have heard in the past, they will stick with me for the rest of my life. They really, really make an impact. The education inside of Toastmasters is outstanding. In the Pathways program alone, there are 11 different subjects to choose from. And you can take an online assessment or just choose where you would like to start. And inside of each of these subjects are projects to be completed. The first project in each of these subjects is the Icebreaker Speech. And an icebreaker is where you get to prepare and deliver your speech about a well-known subject, and that is you. When I joined Toastmasters, I thought I was only going to get over my fear of public speaking. And I hope that with this short presentation that I've demonstrated that it's so much more. Toastmasters has helped me speak with more confidence. With my new job as a librarian, it's helped me prepare and teach lessons to kindergarten through 5th graders. They are the roughest crowd so far. It's helped me in my Juice Plus business. I can't even count the ways. I've spoken in front of college classes, in living rooms, one-on-one with people. Whereas before, my mouth would go dry, I would freeze. Total stage fright. In fact, now though, this past January, I spoke at a childcare conference in front of 500 people and I told them all about one simple change. It was really fun. It really was fun. Toastmasters really prepared me for that. So it's also a very fantastic place to meet some really great people. I've heard it called the largest networking group in the world. And in our group alone, I have met, listen to this, real estate agents, insurance salespeople, doctors and nurses, psychologists, veterans, retirees, air evac first responders, heads of Chamber of Commerce, teachers, chemists, stay-at-home moms. The list goes on and on. My hope is that you will read more about Toastmasters at toastmasters.org. I really hope that you check out a meeting. Guests are always welcome. Right now, because of everything that's going on, they are meeting online on Zoom. We hope that they get back to the live meetings very soon. And that is all I have. I'm going to stop sharing. Hello, did you hear? Can you see me?
We can see you.
Okay.
So Judy, why should somebody, besides wanting, you've used Toastmasters also as a great networking tool. And
yes,
you've actually done a lot of Juice Plus business because of Toastmasters, yes?
I have. At first, it wasn't my intention. I just needed to be able to talk to people about Juice Plus to begin with. But I met my first meeting. I came home from that conference and I got on the phone and looked for a local club, and I found Kristen and Al Gramondo. Kristen is now on my team. There she is. She's on my team. I took Sue to a meeting. Sue joined Toastmasters. Sue, I'll let you share your story, but Sue really has gone very far in Toastmasters. It prepares you. It prepares you for so much. So it wasn't my intention really to share Juice Plus, but it happened organically, which was awesome.
What do you think the number one tool you took away from Toastmasters was, as far as you being able to speak to more people? Because there was an obvious huge shift in you.
So I think the biggest takeaway for me has been, obviously I prepared this and I read some notes, which that's perfectly fine when you're doing a speech or speaking in front of people. It's totally fine. But the biggest takeaway for me was that even if you mess up and you don't say what you planned, nobody knows. No one knows that. I think that we really maybe think too much about scripts and what we're saying and whatnot. And yeah, I think that's it right there. No one knows that you didn't say it the way you planned.
Yeah. Yeah, so realizing it's not about you, right? But what you can give to other people, right? What you can gift them with your knowledge or your information.
Yes.
That's great. What other questions?
Kristen or Susan, I don't know if there are other Toastmasters. Ellen, were you a Toastmaster ever? I saw that you made a comment there. But Kristen, would you like to say something?
Thank you, Judy. As you were talking and you talked about, you started with the 3 things that you felt that Toastmasters does, and that was it brings you confidence, gives you encouragement, and friendship. I want to comment on the fact that when you talked about the speech evaluations at the club level, what that does is it gives you feedback, immediate feedback and support. It tells you right away what you did well, perhaps bring up something how you can improve, but what you really did well. We all want to hear encouragement. Reagan has been encouraging us with Judy's presentation and with Judy herself, giving us encouragement. We all need that. We need it as a support mechanism for each other. And I think that is so important to bring that element into Juice Plus, because if it wasn't for Toastmasters, I would not have met Judy or possibly Susan, although I may have met her in another way. But I have found, or my husband and I have found, that Toastmasters has opened up a whole new avenue of friendship. So besides networking and perhaps getting that Juice Plus customer, most importantly, I'm Judy's friend first, and a Juice Plus customer second, and a Juice Plus representative third.
That's beautiful. That's perfect.
Thank you, Kristen. Yes. Susan?
And I have to follow that. Well done, Kristen. Thank you for that. And Judy, what a wonderful presentation. It just makes me very proud of you also, because as Reagan said, I remember when we first met and when you were first wanting to start your Juice Plus business and how quiet and reserved and shy you were. And after we were at Toastmasters, you said, I can do this. I can get up and My experience with Toastmasters has been that it has helped me over the last 6 years to be a better speaker, to get rid of those filler words, the ums, the ahs, the buts, the you knows. If you've ever listened to people speak, you hear a lot of those filler words.
Guilty. You know, I'm guilty.
But you do learn through Toastmasters with speaking and also doing those impromptu table topics that are asked of you. And you have to stand up and on the fly speak for 2 minutes about whatever topic they give you, which really makes you think on your feet. And I feel that for me with Toastmasters, what has helped me the most is friendships, of course. And I agree with that, Kristen, 100%. I think for me personally, the other thing that it really helped me to do was to feel that if I was called upon to speak at any situation, any time, any place, I could stand up and do that and be confident doing that. Take a breath, swallow a few times, but be able to speak and not be afraid. And I think that was probably one of the biggest positive impacts that Toastmasters had on me. So that's what I'll say right now. And thank you. Thank you, everybody.
Awesome.
Can I ask you a quick question? Actually for you, Sue, because I feel like you're very confident, right? So what made you decide, well, I'm just going to try this Toastmasters?
Well, Judy was very insightful about sharing, and Kristen and Al also were wonderful, 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 confident leaders in Toastmasters already. And I listened to Kristen speak many a time, and I thought, if I can have her poise, her confidence, and feel that much more comfortable to stand up in front of a group and be able to just talk. And believe me, Kristen, you have done it hundreds of times that I've heard over the years and years that we've been together. And it just, Jen, it's a wonderful way to just be a better speaker in every positive way. And build those friendships too with the group that you're a part of. And you do, isn't it true, Kristen and Judy? You become very much a part of that group. You love that group, you support each other. Everything is just a very wonderful friendship. And that's what I can say about that too. Thanks, Jen, for asking.
Oh, yeah, thanks, Sue. And thank you, Judy. Really great.
Seems like a
By the
win-win
way,
to me.
oh, sorry, Reagan, I just want to say this is how we clap in Toastmasters because we're not allowed to, we all go like this. This is how we clap in Toastmasters.
Jazz hands.
Yes.
Well, it seems to me like it's a wonderful way to not only learn with everybody else that's in the same boat, so it's not as scary because everybody's nervous, but also a great way. If you're going to join a networking group, you might as well learn something at the same time. And I'm definitely going to check it out. So thank you so much for sharing it. I know I've seen your guys' businesses grow and your friendships grow because of it. And, you know, Jennifer, I know you said that Sue was confident. Sue was confident in front of the aerobics room, but she would have never talked on Zoom before Toastmasters. Am I right, Sue?
I was very nervous about it when you asked me. It's true. And now, oh, heck, it's
Yeah,
nothing.
I can do that. Exactly. So awesome.
Just like to add
All right.
that I would just like to add very quickly, if you join a networking costly, it can be anyway. It's $45 every 6 months.
Wow.
But $45 dues every 6, you can't go wrong. And the education that you get and the confidence
I had no idea. That's awesome.
is all I can say. Check it out.
Fantastic. Yay. Well, thank you, everybody. Thank you, Judy. And I hope you guys will check out Toastmasters. And if you've got any questions, Vox or Judy or Sue or Kristen, and they can certainly help you out with that as well. And I hope you guys will have an awesome week.
Thank you. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.
Great
Bye.
job, Judy.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
See you next week.
Judy, that was